right, hello. Hello, let's see. Sorry. Oh, nice. Okay, hello. Okay, so we have a few things to work on. Let's start with is these all my comments? Weird file name prevents formatting. Yeah, no, we're going to do, yeah, okay. So one thing we're going to do, which I haven't done very well here, is, let's see, let me go and grab a browser here. I haven't really created linear tickets for the issues we've been working on, and we should really do that. So bug report, only run ESLint runs without ESLint installed. Yeah, I don't think we need to. Okay. When opening a project without ESLint installed, ESLint still runs and gives a linting error about missing configuration. Should not run ESLint at all. Open a project without ESLint. Open a file on a project without ESLint. Okay, so let's put this on me. So the cool thing is that when I do this and we open the issue, there we go. You see this? It actually adds, but while, oh, there we go. It actually adds links. So I can just go ahead and I can click this. And now it creates a branch on this repo connected to that linear issue. So as I create PRs and stuff, the linear issue will update, which is pretty awesome. Yes, so what we're going to do now is we're going to, I know there's a configuration for ESLint D that states that we should only use ESLint from the project. Here we go. So we're going to try to change that. Picture source. How do we do that? So we start it. Oh, this is interesting. I guess this requires us to add a new thing to our daemon thingy, our daemon client. Let's see. Because we don't really have a way to pass environment variables. And yeah, so that needs to be a new, okay. And now we kind of have 3 arguments already, so we should make that an options object instead. So daemon client options would be process name, which is, oh, this needs to be prettier D or ESLint D. Bin path is a string. We have create socket, which should currently just return like a socket. And then we have the new env. Yeah, env. So that should be optional, I guess. Yeah, and that's a record of, oops, record of string. Yeah. So let's change this. We can just destructure this stuff. Bin path, create socket, process name, env. And then, oh yeah, of course. So now we have to state. Yeah, maybe we should just do private options. Yeah, let's just call it options. I've seen that happen in the options. I don't want to retype that stuff. Cool. Options. Cool. We'll fix those later. And then what we'll do here, since n is already, so now the question is, should we also depend on, yeah, I think we just say this options.n. Oh, Node.js process m. Okay. Cool. And we only need to run this. We don't really need it here when we send messages. When we need it is when we, oh, sorry. Yeah, exec command. Yeah, sorry. That's when we want to do it. Cool. Yeah, one thing I'm also a little bit curious about is how we stop. I'm thinking I have this feeling that we're starting these daemons multiple times. I'm not sure. Like, it's supposed to take care of, yeah, let's not think about that now. Cool, so we have our ESLint thing. So this would be process name. This would be bin path. This would be create socket. And then we have the n here where we say node n. And then we have this new thing, which we set to true. And then we'll do the same here. We'll say process name, bin path, create socket. But here we actually want to use the internal prettier if it's not installed, because we do default to prettier in our solution. Oh yeah, I'm curious now, which version are we running? Yeah, let's try to restart this now. Restart project, because now you see we have a linting issue, but this one isn't actually running the latest version of Pitcher. And that the reason it's not is because we branched from main, and main hasn't been restarted yet. Maybe we should just do that, actually. Pitcher main. So we get that on the latest version. Restart project. Whatever. Let's see. It's really cool that, like, when you click branch, we are literally making a copy of the environment you're on, like file system and memory, and like putting that into a new environment as if you were magically cloning your laptop. It's really, really cool. It's actually, yeah, and there's a blog post coming soon about the technology we use to make this. Oh shit, that's not good. To make this work. Yeah, I wonder what happened there. Hopefully I didn't lose my changes with this. It seems like something broke horribly. This is not good. There we are. Cool. So now we're back, and I shouldn't have that linting error at the top anymore, because now we're actually running the new stuff. But I still should have like linting. Yeah, you see that? We have, well, that's TypeScript. Do we have a linting? Yeah, you see that? We actually have linting errors now, which is amazing. Missing return type. Get reference. Do I really have to? Okay. State is daemon client state. Send message string void. Isn't that the case? Ugh. Well, I don't care. That's just stupid. Like, why have explicit return type when you can infer it? I don't like that rule. And it's just a warning, so I don't care. Okay, so now we're actually going to test this. So to do that, we need to build the thing. Picture. Yarn build. We created a PR yesterday to make it possible to run this dev task as an actual task, but that's not been merged yet. Oh, do we have an error? Oh yeah. Oops. This doesn't work anymore. Okay, luckily we can just do this once and then. Oh, and you see how fast the formatting is? It's amazing. Amazing, amazing. Oops. Let's try building it again. I can make this a bit bigger. Cool. And then we have picture agent. What was the command? There we go. Okay, so let's open a new thing here. CodeSandbox applications. We just need a branch to test it. Let's see. So we need to, and again, I created a PR so that we actually make a copy of this file every time we start a branch. But currently we still have to add it manually. Where are we? Picture. What was the URL? There we go. Yeah, it's important to to take the time to improve development flow, like the developer experience. And we're actually dog fooding this. We had some really interesting conversations on how we can do cross repo development on CodeSandbox. So for us, it's we have this picture repo, and then we have our applications repo, and they're separate because applications repo is going to be open source, and picture repo is going to stay private. What were we talking about? Yeah, but we want to develop between them, and what we've been talking about is having like a full stack concept. So you can actually create a stack on CodeSandbox where you say, okay, this repo and this repo are connected, and then you can configure like, okay, I want to, while you do some configuration there, like what ports are they going to, like which repo is connecting to what port. And then you can, instead of creating like a single branch, or like now I manually create a branch for both of them, you just go on the full stack and you create a new full stack branch, which under the hood creates a branch for each of them and connects them, which is really, really awesome. What the hell were we doing? Yeah, I want to, let's test this in a new. Yeah, we have to log in first for some reason. I'm not sure why we have to log in. Maybe I could fix that as well, because it's kind of like when we first connect to that branch picture thing, we have to like, well, of course you have to log in because we're, yeah, do you have to log in? Yeah, I don't know. And then you have to like do this dance. Okay, so now it's running. Is it? Yeah, it's running. And what we're going to do, we're going to branch this. And then we're going to make this not have ESLint, and then we're going to see what happens. Let's see, we're also going to remove null modules, like that. And then we're going to do, let's just do a yarn install again. Yeah, and let me also remove ESLint from the package. Let's see if we can make this work. Wait a minute, did it actually, didn't have to do anything? God damn it. This is really annoying. Like, I'm constantly clicking these things. We have to fix that. It's really hard to regex what are file paths. It's really tricky. Okay, it's there. Great. I guess it's everything's cached. So, what were yeah, okay? So let's first take a look now. Are we actually getting? Yeah. So ESLint is actually still running here. So what we're going to do is that we're going to try to restart. I'm not sure if this actually works. So we have to find a different strategy if this doesn't work. We also have a challenge of like, what if you install ESLint? Oh yeah. Okay, so we I think we have the same issue. Like, since we're running in a dev environment, we're not really able to, like, because we have ESLint installed up here. So like the project I'm running here is actually running inside workspace here. So it traverses up here, it finds, it probably finds ESLint up here in the node modules of this thing. But what we can do, yeah, this sucks. Because the problem is it doesn't actually say, it doesn't state that ESLint is not found. It just states that, by the way, do we have, we do have the root thing now, right? Yeah. Yeah, so it doesn't state that we can't find, so normally in the normal environment, it would state that it can't find the config file. But now it's able to find the config file because we have that root file in development. So it's a different error you get in development. This really sucks. I think we have to move that workspace folder. Well, it doesn't matter. Like if we move it to root, it doesn't matter. God damn it. How are we going to verify this? One thing we can do is that we can just go in here and we can delete node modules. Like we can delete ESLint here as well, just to test it. Let's do that. Delete, do we have ESLint in here? Yeah. Let's just delete all of this. Yeah, it's yarn, sorry. We have PMPM in the other repo. It confuses me. Let's see. Yeah, this was tricky. I wonder what happens now. Oh. Yeah, this didn't do anything. Ideally, what we would do is that we would just not send lint messages, or we would give an error. Or I don't understand how this should work. Because the problem is that the client will just ask for diagnostics for the files. And then we have to tell it efficiently. We have to tell it if there are diagnostics or not, based on ESLint being available or not. So what I don't quite understand here is that where the hell does it get ESLint from? Because we just stated that, given that we actually do this correctly, ESD local ESLint only. So did I interpret that? It's possible to only resolve local ESLint by setting ESLint to local ESLint. But I wonder where it finds ESLint then. like where does it actually that's something I don't quite understand. So if we dive into the actual, oh, this is going to take a long time, damn it. Oh, workspace. So we don't have ESLint here. No, do we have workspace, code sandbox? What was the test sandbox? Draft. Where were we? Naughty. No modules. There's no ESLint here either. Where the hell does it find ESLint? Not here. Not in the workspace. Not in picture agent. No modules. ESLint D. But there's no... Oh, we do have ESLint there still. Okay, maybe that's the reason. Why does it have ESLint there? Maybe there's a different package. Okay, but let's just remove RF, no modules. Oh. So we just remove ESLint and then we'll see what happens. It's still wait a minute, what the hell happened? It still resolves it. Where does it get this information from? There is no ESLint anywhere. ES build. ES. There is no ESLint. So where the fuck does it get ESLint from? Here? No. Here? No. The only thing I can think of is that it's actually using the internal ESLint. And for some reason, it's not handling that environment variable. Either we're not actually passing it correctly, or there's something bad happening here. I'm curious why isn't it here? Okay, I'm going to do something pretty cool now. I'm going to take this. I'm going to do this. I wonder if we support .js, by the way. You see that? And now we're running it in CodeSandbox. This is pretty cool. Where was the documentation? Well, of course it's here. Where's the ESLint? Because now I can search. Use JSON parse. Okay, so it has a JSON parse on, but I think that should work, right? So if I do JSON parse true, yeah, it becomes true. Okay. So use only local, return undefined. Oh. Yeah, resolver dot resolve ESLint path. Okay, so it's trying to resolve ESLint, and then use yeah, it's just require and resolve. So it's just does a require and resolve. Not sure why this is hanging now. But does that actually error? Yeah, I guess it does. So it tries to find ESLint. This should fail. And resolve ESLint path. Yeah, and then just resolves again to throw the error. I don't understand this. Because if it resolves linter, what's it called? Resolve? Was it resolver? Oh, resolver, resolve. Where the hell does it do that? Oh yeah, now I don't have any. Oh, that's interesting. It's not able to figure out. Yeah, this is resolver. Oh, sorry, it's ESLint path. Where the hell does it do that? ESLint JS. Oh, this is the. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, this is help. Oh, can I? Options generate help. Oh, this is interesting. I can actually check what it will run by passing the help command. Let's try that. How would I do that? Let's go back to the project picture, packages, picture agent, workspace. Yeah, let's try. Yeah, let's try something. Workspace, CodeSandbox, draft, test sandbox, draft, naughty. So if I were to do, how far do I need to go here? Maybe I could do the opposite. So project, picture, node, .bin prettier, sorry, ESLint d help. Cannot find module ESLint. Oh wait, is it because it's... Oh, the daemon is still running. Of course, the daemon is still running. Okay, let's... we're just going to restart this one. Yeah, let's restart this one. So that... This is the tricky thing. Like in development, the project we're testing is using the daemon of the development environment. It's not using its own. So it doesn't help to restart the dev process. We have to restart the whole freaking thing. Oh, did I break something now? God damn it, this is... No, I didn't. Okay. Close. Let's try... okay, now we're... Okay, so now we should not have prettier available. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, I know what we need to do. We need to how can we test this? Because they're now running. Oh yeah, but I removed the ESLint. Okay, let's... fuck, this is confusing. This is super confusing. Yeah, we need to get... We are working on getting a better environment to develop this way. But this is so typical. This is like super typical for like working at other companies as well. Like figuring out how to develop cross stack efficiently is super tricky. And what the fuck, it's still... How did it resolve ESLint now? How was it able to resolve ESLint? Module not found. Oh yeah, because we are... fuck. That's what I meant. Like, it doesn't find ESLint, but now it uses the internal one. Because in this environment, we don't pass the no thing. So what I think we can do here, we can say... Yeah, so we have to manually run this daemon. So what we're going to do, we're going to stop it. Oh, not running. Okay. Why is it not running? If it's not running, how the hell can this work? Okay, I'm officially insanely confused. Oh, of course, it's not running. Sorry. Because in here, I'm not the host starting the process, I'm me. So I have a different home folder and that's not running. How? God damn it, how are we going to test this? I think it's easier to just create a PR and test it, see what happens. I will spend more time trying to figure out how to test it than just putting it on stream and test it. So in theory, what should happen is that it should, that's the thing, like it will throw an error, and we need to know about that error to efficiently deal with not giving any diagnostics. So yeah, we should add like a new state, like an actual error state. Because it will probably stay in... Oh, maybe that's okay. No, because I think it will... No, it will be in stopped state. Yeah, because the thing that happens now is that we just started, and when we try to send, it will be stopped. So what happens, it runs this promise and it rejects. Yeah, by the way, this can be changed. We don't have to actually run the promise. We can just check it here. And we can just throw this error. Oh yeah, sorry. It's for the typing. God damn it. Fucking typing. So it will throw an error, which means that in ESLint, where we try to send, we'll throw an error and we'll actually return that as a diagnostics result. So what we would have to do here is we would actually have to check. Fuck, this is so insanely complicated. Wait, we don't have to do that. We can actually check. Like, that's the thing. Like, when we start it, will it just start? I don't think it will actually give an... I don't know what will happen. Like, will it actually give an error? I guess it will, because we got that module not found thing. So it moves to stopped. But maybe we should move it. Maybe we should just move it to an error state, and we'll show the error. Just so that we have it. And then if you try to start from an error state like that, it doesn't matter. If it's stopped or error, we'll because what we can do then, we can check here. If the ESLint daemon reference state has an error, then we won't return a diagnostics result. like we'll just return an empty array. Or we can just check that immediately, right? Yeah, this is good. So we don't even send. We'll just check what the state of the ESLint daemon is. And if it's in an error state, we'll just return an empty thing. Yeah. Okay, but I've concluded that I can't test this in development because we aren't able to like make prettier not run, basically, because we can control the process. Okay, let's do this. I'm really curious how this will work. Okay, so let's introduce well, it stopped. So we can just use stopped and just write a comment. So if this ESLint daemon reference state equals stopped, return. The daemon might not be running yet, might not be running due to lack of due to ESLint not being installed. So that means that when you do install ESLint, you have to manually restart the language server, at least for now. But that's fine. Like, we have to find a good way for you to understand what linting and formatter is active and control it more, because we can't like, what we can do is that we can put a file watcher on node modules and see if ESLint is installed in node modules. That's something we can do, because that's where you would install it. Like, it would be in the root of the project. It would be weird to have ESLint installed in like in a mono repo. If you have ESLint, you wouldn't install different versions of ESLint in different packages. You would have ESLint at the root. So that's safe, I think. But that can be a different PR. So first of all, we have to try to fix this issue. Okay, so if it's stopped, we'll just return nothing. If it's sendable, we'll send it. And if that gives an error, we actually give you an error. That's good. So what should happen here is that since we have this new, we actually verify that. Like, if it doesn't find ESLint, trying to start it will throw an error, which means that it will hit this error, which puts it in a stopped state when it actually tried to start. And then when we try to send messages, the one thing when we try to send messages, it will just return an empty result. But one thing is that we might be, I know we try to send messages while we are starting. So what would happen with those? Those would, yeah, those would, fuck. Those would actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to change the logic. So if not started, then we return nothing. And then we remove this logic of awaiting, because there's no reason to do that. Well, No, it might be. Fuck. This is so difficult. Like, you might like happen to like, it's such an edge case. Like, first of all, the daemon process isn't running yet, which only happens if you restart. Like, if you even branch, we don't restart stuff. You just continue off the process that's already running. But the problem is this thing down here, this thing. So we are waiting for the starting promise, which is this one, but it might reject. But at this point, we don't really have a way. No, I think we should drop the starting. Well, we can, of course, we can still have starting, but we don't await these messages because starting it might fail. And in this case, if we're stuck here and it fails, we don't really. Well, we could resolve it. Yeah, so we could resolve it with an empty array. Yeah, we could do that. We could actually do that. But I think that it complicates it a little bit. So we could resolve it with it's the most correct thing to do. I'm just seeing this scenario where you kind of restart, you have a file open, and you just don't get any linting diagnostics until you actually interact with the code, which is not good. So I think so we have to try, we just have to do this. Return, resolve, and we have to do this. Oops, promise. We just have to, if starting the process fails, we resolve an empty result. I should really describe this somewhere. This we want to ensure when we start a daemon that any messages sent while start. Well, this is the problem. Like, now this daemon is kind of assuming that it's an empty array that this daemon is typically resolving, which might not be the case. It can be anything. So this won't work, actually. So maybe we just, I think we have to make a choice here. Like, there is this scenario of if you have a file open, you restart the VM, and it opens that file, it might send lint requests without the daemon being started yet. Like, it's unlikely. Yeah, even that's unlikely, that the daemon isn't started yet when the file is open. That's like, because we optimistically start the language servers, and yeah, no, we have to do that. I don't know how to make it work, but I can at least comment that. And now we can at least comment that here. So if it's not started, we just return. Might not be running due to its not being installed, or it might be starting. To avoid complexity of the extreme edge case where lint messages are sent while it is starting, we still just return an empty result. That means in an extreme case where you restart the VM, you might not get the initial diagnostics if the daemon is starting while if a file is opened in the client before the daemon is started. I think that's how we have to do this, or it will just be havoc. It really bothers me though. Oh, maybe we can do it here. Oh, of course, we can do it here instead. Just yeah. To avoid, of course. So, okay. So if if it stopped, yes, of course, we just make it context aware. So they might not be running due to its not being installed. So if it stopped, if this ESLint state equals starting, we are going to try to await that promise. And if that fails, then we return an empty result. We might get an error trying to start the daemon. In that case, we just return an empty diagnostic result. There we go. Now we just moved the thing. That's cool. And in the case of like formatting, you'll never get into a situation where it's starting while you're formatting. It's just because this linting happens so fast that we have this issue. So now that's completely removed. This is amazing. This is cool. This is how it should work, I think. Again, we can't test it, but let's yeah, we're getting linting errors because I removed this lint, so it's using the internal one and there's no config, so that's perfectly fine. Okay, so let's take a look at what we did here now. And yeah, how do I unstage all files? Git unstage all files. Oh, it's just git reset. Nice. Okay, so the stuff we really want to add here is, well, it's basically everything in the picture. Yeah. Yeah, so it's the tests are updated, blah, blah, blah. Cool. Let's commit that. Do not run ESLint if not available in project. Then we'll push that to upstream origin. What's this called? CSP. fix is 6, 7. Cool. Yeah, we actually have a nice UI for doing partial commits, but we've had a couple of issues there. So I've, like, using the product while it's not in the perfect state, it creates some scars. So I'm hurt by this. I've been committing stuff I'm not supposed to commit. We have a recent PR now, actually, that ensures that, because the problem is you might have partially staged stuff, and what you really want, you want to trust that what you have checked is actually what you commit. Even though you have, some of them are maybe not checked, but they might technically be staged in Git. Those shouldn't be part of the commit. So anyways, let's get to displays, picture-rooney, create pull request, fix, do not run, not available in project. Let's see. Wow, we spent a lot of time on that one. I had a few rounds on this one, but I verified that if ESLint is run with what was it called? The thingy. README. Did I copy it? No, that's not the one. This is the one. I had a few rounds on this one, but I've heard that it's run with ESLint. The process will throw, meaning the daemon goes to a stopped state. This allows us, when sending lint messages, to check the state of the daemon and decide what to do. Now, if the daemon is stopped, we just return empty diagnostic results. Cool. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, look at this. We have a discussion. Now, for some reason, we're adding this as a comment. Yeah, like typically we actually add these links at the top of the PR description, but unknown to me, we decided to add it as a comment. And then we got feedback from a user that they don't like it being a comment because it adds like a notification, maybe an email that a new comment is added. And for me personally as well, it's like it's way down there. I'm trying to figure out what argument was there for making it a comment. Yeah. And it kind of loses this whole concept of this PR being a CodeSandbox PR. Like, it doesn't state that anymore. Yeah. Which is weird. Anyways, so Jasper is on vacation, so I have to pass this by Eves, who is completely overworked because Boss is on vacation as well, the other founder. Oh, the tests are failing. God damn it. yeah, so this is something that we are also working on. Like, it's really cool. Like with our tasks concept, we're going to create a new version of the tasks configuration, so you can choose what tasks to run in different hooks. So for example, when you perform a commit, you can just say, I want to run this and this and this task, which is really cool. Where are we? Wait, there we are. But why the hell did the tests fail? So we can ensure that the things actually work before you push. So it's kind of our own like Husky or whatever it's called, or ESLint staged or whatever it's called. What the hell? This is... There we go. Number of calls, 0. Oh, interesting. ESLint and prettier dim. Oh yeah, because that's not true anymore, is it? Okay, anyways, let's go and fix those tests. Where are we? Are we in, yeah, packages? Well, I guess yarn test, packages, picture, provide, source providers, language provider, LSP, what was it? Servers, daemon, test.ts. Let's just watch it. Yeah, so should queue send... yeah, this is not true anymore. So we could just remove this actually, because this is not the responsibility of the daemon anymore. This is outside, which is great. Yeah, that's it. Cool. Packages, Picturuni, remove invalid test. I am not just telling Ibis, I'm not able to test this PR in the dev environment because picture on dev environment is using local ESLint, is using internal ESLint, and did not really, and it could not figure out commands to stop them as the host, etc. Let's just put it on stream and test. Cool, but I'm happy with the implementation. It's that's solid stuff, I think. Yeah, that's just a test. This test, oh. This test is now invalid as we move this responsibility. Oh, god damn it. Responsibility on the consumer side. Yes, we have and blah blah blah. Change to use the options. Blah blah blah. And we're starting the prettier daemon like that. We're starting that thing like that. And the daemon might not be running due to its not being installed. And we just return empty diagnostics, and it might be starting, and then we await the promise. In that case, we just return an empty diagnostic. This is beautiful. Yes, so let's look. We have 20 minutes until lunch. So what I want to look at is formatting isn't working when there's like a weird file name. I'll try to find that weird file name. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I can't get to work here. Yeah, that's something else. Problem with oh, there we have it. Oh yeah, so it must like I see. So it's like a slug file. Interesting. Okay, so let's do the thing. You see this? Now it's in review. Really cool, right? The linear issue. So let's create a new one. Bug. Formatting not working on files with special characters. When formatting a file named slug.ts, the formatter is not working. It should work. It should work. And a file with special characters like slug and try to format. And this is on me. Save the issue, open the issue. Let's create open a branch on this, and let's just close the other stuff. Well, we can use the same client to test it. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, we're adding Apple sign-in now because Apple requires it for our iOS application. So we're just adding it to everything, I believe. Knowing when... yeah, this is we have a channel called Good Vibes. So Carlos, it's actually an interesting story. Like our iOS application was acquired. It was called Play.js. A single person, Carlos, awesome dude, built the whole thing, and we acquired it, and he has been continued working on it. And there are more people involved now. So he is writing, a week ago, Apple rejected a binary submission to force us to adopt sign-in with Apple. It wasn't a surprise because this kind of abuse is the norm if you develop for their platforms, but not being able to release more work until they want, it's a mobile team's nightmare. Without really knowing what the implications of adopting that on our platform were, AJ, another colleague of mine, came to the rescue and started to work on a solution straight away. Thanks, AJ, for caring and staying on top of this at all times. And also thank you, Sanna, another colleague of mine. Both AJ and Sanna work on the backend team, for helping, reviewing, providing context, and continuing AJ's work when he was offline. Long live the... Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Cool. This is ready to go. Let's look at this other thing. I guess we should just run it and see if we can reproduce the issue. So picture agent. It's going to be so nice when I create a branch and this thing is already running. I hate finding the file and copying the command. Let's see. There we go. And now we can just update this one. We'll have to restart it. I think I'm going to try now and see if I can just... I wonder if Next.js actually looks at the environment files. No. It doesn't seem to do that. That would be amazing if Next.js would actually watch the environment files, and if they changed, it would just restart the server. That would be nice. Or even like update the, like do a, what's it called? Like a hot replacement kind of thing. I have a hard time not listening to music while I code. I should really, when I do the stream, I should like bring my laptop or something so I can. For some reason, I can't play music while I'm streaming. It gets like garbled the audio. So, but I can bring my laptop and play some music there. So you don't have to listen to me hum. Okay, so let's see if the formatting is actually working first. Wait a minute. Why are these? This is very interesting. Why are all these ports popping up? I hope this only happens in development. Like, this is what I'm curious about. Like, it looks like the daemons are starting again and again and again and again. But I don't quite understand how that can happen. Or is this just like an artifact or something? I don't know. Oh yeah. So the formatting shouldn't work here because we have ESLint installed. So let's just get us to a state where we have the modules ESLint. Let's remove ESLint. Let's remove this one, and let's just remove everything here so that we use prettier. Yeah, that works instantly. That's nice. Okay, but now let's create a new file called slug.ts. Whoa, did it actually crash? Wow. Wait a minute, what's this? TypeScript server. Wow, this seems like a much bigger issue. Has not been opened. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, we're going to... Maybe we have a bigger problem with special characters in the path. Yeah, I'll have to... what do I have an... Oh, yeah, I have an interview. Oh, that's interesting. Why did I get an error just opening? This is something else. Just, yeah. Creating the file gave actually an error. Oh, that's something. Okay, let's add that to the list. Only run, yeah. Creating a file breaks LSP. We have to check that. But okay, console log, hey. Oh, I think it. Okay, yeah. So it was the saving of the. Okay, so that it wasn't creating the file. It was actually trying to format. Okay, so it states that it's not been opened. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a look at what's actually been opened, because it has to be there, the thingy. But it's probably what's it called, like encoded or something, so the reference is wrong. LSP servers, so this would be, I believe this would be here. TypeScript server, LSP proxy, get document. Where's get document? Oh yeah. Okay, this document, yeah, has not been opened. Okay, so let's console.log what the fuck, this documents keys. I have to call it, I think. Yeah. Wow. It feels really slow for some reason. Anyways, let's build picture and start again. Okay, let's restart and we'll, oops. It will, it will break again, but at least we should see what are the keys on the files that has been opened, or the documents. So yeah, exactly, because it is actually encoded, which is why it can't find it. So how does this work? So this is where I don't understand like encoding, because you have escaping and yeah, I don't understand that stuff. Anyways, so let's just do slug ts encode URI component. Yeah, that's exactly the thing. So we have to encode the URI component when we look it up. So if we just do encode, is that how you do it in Node as well? Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, as a valid. So you could argue like get document should actually already be encoded. Like what happens if you do it multiple times? Does that really break it, or does it actually understand it? Oh, hello, let me copy you. Yeah, that's not good. So the question is, where should we do this? Should we do it here? What the hell calls get document? Yeah, no, I think we need to do, yeah, we can't do it here, but so yeah, so I believe server factory, get document. Where's this coming from? Server factory? I wonder if is this like used by get document? No. I don't understand where that is being used. What is this callback? What is the server factory? Who uses the server factory? I'm afraid to add the encoding part, because maybe if you do use a different server, it's already encoded. So I'm wondering who's responsible for that. Damn it. Who actually calls get document? Is there like a get document on the server? Yeah. So who calls it? Let's just search for it. Get document. So we have, oh, the actual server. Oh, where's the actual server? There it is. Get document. This get document. Wait a minute, where was it? Okay, so this is coming from, okay, this is coming directly from our client. I'm afraid to change this. I don't know if this is going to work. Maybe we should even do this in the client. This shouldn't be a picture thing. Like encode URI, like if you look at the encode URI component, like this thing states that encodes a text string as a valid component of uniform resource identifier. So we're saying that this is a the unified uniform resource identifier, but it's not. So I actually think this is a client problem. But then that would be a problem. Yeah. Okay, I need some input on that. Yeah, I need some input on that. I'm going to ask figuring out why formatting did not work. It actually never worked because the client is not sending valid URIs. And that is my question. Now the client sends, should we make it up to the client to send valid URIs? So it should do encode URI component when sending the message, or should we expect on pitcher side that URIs are not encoded and we do that? The biggest problem is if we double encode it. So I am in favor of making the client do a encode URI component when sending requests to pitcher. Funny. Formatting. Yeah, so the question is, I guess this is for linting as well. That's the funny thing. It looks like the linting is working. Yeah, I'll need to check that as well. Like, did the linter... It looked like the linting worked. So that means that... Yeah, we should check the linter. Yeah, I'm not going to ask until I check the linter. It might just be a bug. What is it? Oh, sorry. Okay, so I'll stop the stream. I'm going to have this interview, and then yeah, maybe I can stream some more after this. Yeah, we can do that. I'll do the interview, and then I'll start another stream, so you can see this to the end. Like, we just implemented stuff. It's fun to see it actually working as well. Anyways, so I guess from 12 I'll be streaming again. So see you later.